After completing the Pooh Swing minigame, go back to Pooh's house. And as soon as the game loads, you'll find Pooh sitting in front of a little patch of sticks. If you light the fire on fire, which is a very weird sentence to say, if you ignite it, that's what I meant to say, and then talk to Pooh, he'll give you a mithril. Only you can prevent forest fires. Even if that forest is located inside a book, you should still prevent forest fires. Anyway, the 4th torn page you obtain and use will open up this little hollow with a big ol' honey pot in the middle. This is Tigger's bouncing spot. And as you can see, with all the tree stumps around, it's an excellent place for bouncing. We're gonna have ourselves a look around. This is also the only place where your high jump and glide abilities will kick in. I like Sora's 100 Acre Wood swagger walk. Yeah, it's pretty good, but that's just how he normally walks when you tilt the left analog stick slowly. It's very good. Anyway, let's see. I think... But yeah, this is the most acrobatic place you can go to, which means there's lots of treasure scattered around here. But I don't think you can actually access most of it until you've completed the main minigame here. Nope, no honey. Okay, so we want to go over to this swing set. Or teeter-totter, rather. Swing set. Why on earth did I say swing set? That is decidedly not what this is. Then again, I haven't been on the playground in quite some time, so... I would like to communicate. Lots of fun? Sure, I'm up for lots of fun. Yep, can't master everything. But that's okay. You should never feel like you have to do everything. Okay, so this part here is actually a prelude to the main minigame. Tigger bounce. Watch Tigger's bouncing pattern, then follow his lead. So yeah, you just gotta follow the path that Tigger and Roo bounce on. You do have to make sure that you don't touch the ground, though. And for some reason, you lose your ability to high jump and glide. I guess that's just to make sure that this game is actually... I can't believe that. You know what throwing looks like? That's what throwing looks like. I can't believe that. Well, that's just humiliating. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. You will have to do this 3 times. And as you can see, it gets a little trickier each time. Boing. Huh, no camera! Ugh, the camera decided to go AWOL on me. At least I had the pattern right until, you know, I fumbled it. Yeah, if the camera gives you a bit of a hassle, you can actually swing the camera right back behind Sora by pushing L2 and R2 together. You should also try to avoid moving the camera while you're airborne. Then it'll do a whole bunch of screwy stuff. Okay, round 2. Or round 3, rather. So yeah, this pattern is exactly like the first one, except you gotta use the swing set. Teeter-totter! Jeez. One of these days I'll get my playground equipment right. You might want to use your first-person view in order to make sure to line up your jump. And then just reach the end. Okay, so by doing this, you'll be able to talk to Roo and begin the real minigame. This is Tigger's Giant Pot. Whack the nuts back at the pot to shatter it. You need to complete this minigame within 30 seconds to obtain the criteria. Jump and smack the nuts back into the pot to destroy it. You need to do 20 points of damage in order to shatter it. Lock onto a nut, then strike it. If you miss, well, you'll have to start again. But thankfully, if you manage to knock a nut in the mid-air, and then you hit the ground, you'll be given a chance to jump back onto the stump. By the way, you should really try to complete this minigame with the criteria on your first try, because if you can't, you'll be forced to play the bouncing part again, which is just kind of annoying. I can easily say that this is probably the hardest one. But again, I should take my own advice and equip a longer reach keychain. Yes, I will try again. Is the lore that the keychain attaches to the OG Keyblade and transforms it? Yes. In fact, I can actually show that with, the default Kingdom Key. The keychain attached draws out the Keyblade's true form and power. So yes, technically, Sora always wields the Keyblade, but he wields different keychains of it. Although in later games, they kind of confuse this in saying that they are different Keyblades, so I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but in this game it's definitely different keychains. And yes, the pumpkin head does look sweet. I agree, 1,000,000,000%. Okay. So now that we've done that, technically we're done, but this is the only area with a bunch of treasure chests in it. So first, jump into the stump after you destroy the pot to find an AP up. Okay, so we want to use... So target lock onto this and shatter it to find a mithril. Let's see, so where's Owl? Okay, there he is. Once you complete the Tigger's Giant Pot minigame, you can talk to Owl, and he'll ask for rare nuts that grow on the trees. Each time you bring him one, he'll give you another prize. Also, after completing the minigame, you can talk to, I think it's Tigger, and he and Roo will move over to the seesaw again. You'll then be able to talk to either of them in order to jump up into the trees above you. Depending on which one you talk to, it will determine where you jump. So for this one, we'll want Rue. This will send us straight up into this tree with this rare nut. Unfortunately, you can only carry one rare nut at a time, which is annoying, so you'll just have to keep going back to Owl and cashing them in. The first one you give him, he'll give you a power-up. Alright, so it's Rue again. You think the Oblivion Keyblade is your favorite looking one? I agree. It looks pretty cool, although I must say I think I like the Ultima weapon the most. And not just because it is the best Keyblade. Or keychain, rather. The second nut you give to Owl will earn you a defense up. Okay, so we want Rue a third time, but this time we want to try to use our glide to finagle our way underneath this tree. I think. Yes. This chest holds a Thunder Gummy. Okay, so now, step on this, which will cause this geyser of water to rise up. You can then jump up into this tree branch for this rare nut. The third rare nut that you give Owl, he'll fork over a Mithril Shard. Okay, so this time we want to talk to Tigger. No, please. I wish to engage in communication with my friends. Why are you doing this? Video game, why are you doing this? What did I ever do to deserve this? How did I manage to talk to both? How did I manage to talk to Rue 3 times in a row with no problem, and now I'm just having all the problems? There we go. Okay. Whoosh! Okay, so... Oh, there's a treasure chest right over there. This one holds a Mithril Shard. Okay, so now if we jump back... Excuse me. Okay, so we want to... Let's see, where is Pooh standing? Ah, there he is. Okay. Yep, there he is. So we want to jump into this tree here. Slide on down. Knock down this Dispel Gummy. Oh, it looks like I found a different rare nut. That's okay, though. If I step on this, does it raise that one as well? No. We want to use this tree stump. I think. Do I need to jump from a high enough height? No, okay. Sorry, there's a lot of treasure around this place, so I gotta make sure I find all of it, because it's just gonna bug me if I don't. Oh, I see. There can only be one geyser active at a time. So now this should activate. Yep. So now we can snag this rare nut. Provide camera. Please let me push it back in. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so the fourth rare nut that you give Owl will get you an AP up. Okay, so let's see, we want Rue again. Now we want to go this way. For this rare nut. And for delivering Owl the fifth and final rare nut, you get an Orichalcum. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's all the prizes. So now we can leave. For completing Tigger's Bounce and the Tigger's Giant Pot minigames, you'll earn a Mithril. Okay, so the final torn page opens up. Let's see. This area right here, the Winding Muddy Path. This is the last minigame, and it's also the most complicated. First, we need to talk to Pooh. Who will get away? You know, yeah, I think those footprints look kind of familiar. But yeah, we'll help you find your friends. We are nice, upstanding people like that. So to begin this minigame, examine the brush right here. Yeah, it's a nice little place. I'm sure there are some poor, broke college students who would love to live in a place like this. Help Pooh find his lost friends. Target him with R1 to guide him. Okay, so to complete the criteria for this challenge, you need to find everyone within 5 minutes. Just strike the tree trunk here to bring Roo to the ground. Then talk to him. You could also guide Pooh to Roo, but this is just much faster. And be warned, time doesn't stop while you're talking to someone. In fact, you only actually need to get Pooh in order to find Piglet. So in these caves back here, Rabbit will pop out of one. Quickly talk to him. Okay, so now to find Tigger, jump into the well, and this current of air will push you up. Simply get on the tree stump and intercept Tigger at the right point to talk to him. Okay, now to find Owl. First, use the air geyser again. You can see Owl landing right up there in the top right corner of the screen. He'll take off every once in a while, but he'll always return to that spot, so it's just a matter of waiting him out. Piglet's in that tree stump, but you won't be able to reach him here. Yeah, we'll need to bring Pooh to him. Just talk to Owl. Alright, so this is where all of your time will go into. Target lock Pooh. And bring him over to this set of flowers. I wish I could fly like that. That looks like fun. Then take the air geyser again. Now, you can either take Pooh, lock onto Pooh, and have him come through the tree stump, or, if you use fire magic, with a good aim, you can knock down that beehive. It'll plug the hole, and then Pooh can climb on top of it. Climbing on top of it is slightly faster than him going through it, but it's a matter of maybe a couple of seconds. And as long as you're doing this method, you'll have ample time. Just wait for Pooh again. Do a big old jump. Then guide him to this set of flowers. Then just bring Pooh over to the tree stump. Okay, so after Pooh talks to Piglet, Piglet will appear from this small hole at the base of the wall. Just drop down and talk to him. And with that, Pooh's Muddy Path is complete. And we finished in just about 3.5 minutes. Plenty of time to spare. Torn page, for completing the 100 Acre Wood, turns into an orichalcum.
I'm so glad we're all together again. I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Oh, Piglet, you gotta be brave.
You weren't lonely at all?
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. But I do admit, friends are awfully fun too. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about, what to think about.
That's a good thing to think about.
Well, I'm off.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Won't sound back again.
I hope you find your friends.
Sora, don't forget, we shall always be here. If you'd like to visit again, that is.
And that literally closes the book on the 100 Acre Wood. And of course, it's sort of sad in a way? Yeah, it is. Excuse me. I just had a whole wave of nostalgia wash over me. But after you've completed the criteria for all 5 mini-games, you can obtain your secret prize. Go back to Pooh's house. Oh, you can open it back up? Yes. Don't worry, you can go back. That locking just protects this world from the Heartless. You'll find Owl over here, if you talk to him. If you have completed the criteria previously mentioned for all 5 minigames, Sora will learn the Cheer ability. This is the only way he can obtain this ability. Let's see, Goofy has the Cheer ability, but Cheer increases the summon's MP gauge, allowing them to spend more time in battle. And you can equip it to the entire party to increase its effect. It's not the greatest ability in the world, but it's a nice ability to have, especially if you like summoning things. Let's see. Let's go! Okay, so before we leave, we're going to talk to the Fairy Godmother, because that Nature Spark that we obtained is actually another Summon Gem. Learn Summon Spell Bambi! Actually, this is a good as an opportunity as any to actually show off the summons, since, I generally don't use the summons, and so I figured this would be a good opportunity to just kind of show them off. So this is Merlin's magic testing area. You can practice casting spells here without depleting MP, and Merlin's furniture will serve as your target. Stationary. So yeah, it isn't like that it doesn't deplete your MP, it does, but you just technically have infinite MP, so watch. And then it gets replenished. Okay, so, you can also summon here. So this is Simba. Select Charge Up, then hold X to build up power. Simba will then use Proud Roar and strike all enemies within his radius. If you have the Cheer ability, it will increase his not only his MP gauge itself, but also his charge gauge, allowing you to build up more strength. It's pretty simple, but it works for the first summon that you get. You never use summon cards in Chain of Memories besides Cloud because he had some card combos you could use? Yeah. Summons, I think, are definitely better in the first Kingdom Hearts. And they got better in Kingdom Hearts 2 because you could actually level them up. But this is the Genie. Lock on to targets, and then activate Showtime. The Genie will shoot a whole bunch of magical bullets at targets. He can also occasionally cast Thundera, Gravera, or Stopra. You can also continue to attack and use other magic while the Genie is casting Showtime. Okay, so that's the Genie. Get my MP back. We'll summon Dumbo. Dumbo operates differently from all the others, in that you can actually fly with him. You fly just as like you do in Neverland. Press circle to ascend and square to descend. Gotcha. Press X to have Dumbo blast a huge torrent of water. You're actually completely invincible while you're riding Dumbo, so you can use this as an opportunity to rack up damage without fear of dying. Summoning Dumbo costs 3 MP. I should also mention that summoning Simba and Genie costs 2 MP. Then, there's Bambi. Bambi will not assist you directly with combat, but he will drop MP orbs continuously. As you destroy enemies, you will also fill his charge gauge. As the charge gauge increases, the number of MP orbs, as well as other prizes, such as potions, and even some synthesis materials will increase. The items that he drops will actually depend on the world that you're in. So you might actually want to summon him in different worlds to see what he'll drop. And the final summon is hold on. Tinkerbell.
Get me straight.
Or rather, it's the final summon we have right now. So unlike all the other summons, Tinkerbell will actually not cause you to lose your 2 party members. Instead, she will simply stick close to Sora, constantly recharging his HP. If he happens to run out of HP, she will also revive him, but only once, and then she will disappear. This makes her incredibly useful for some late game fights.
Thunder.
But yeah, we're just gonna dismiss her now.
Come on. Thunder. Thunder.
I'm just gonna deplete my MP so that,
Here.
yeah. It's like a Legend of Zelda fairy? Yes, exactly. Go up to Merlin to cancel. And we'll go back. There is one more summon we can obtain, but we don't have it yet, obviously. But we will get it eventually. So, let's see. We're gonna save. Well, that actually took, that took longer than I thought. But that's okay. We're gonna quickly jump to Neverland so that we can continue that little, side quest with the clock tower. And then we're actually gonna move on to the new world. I didn't actually think we would do that today. But, hey, that shows you how bad I am at planning things. Okay, so let's see. Where is the 3 o'clock door? Is it over here? Bingo! Okay, so for opening the 3 o'clock door, you get a mithril shard. Donald, you pushed me off! You can't do that. Okay, now it's time to enter a brave new world. My personal favorite world in this game, Kingdom Hearts 1. And as you can see, the music has gotten much more sinister. And of course, the Heartless ships have gotten much stronger as well. But we should be sufficiently prepared for them. And again, you know, you can just avoid them too. That works as well. And again, I should mention this. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again. You should make sure that you've gone through every world and picked up any of the extra stuff that you want before you head off to this world. It's not like as soon as you visit this world, everything immediately changes, but by the time you finish this world, things definitely will have changed. And it'll simply make backtracking much more annoying, if you haven't already gotten all of the easy stuff to get. Ooh, I got a Stingray blueprint. Hollow Bastion? You're absolutely right. It is Hollow Bastion. But, if you've only ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, it's not going to be the Hollow Bastion you remember. In fact, you might be shocked at just how different this version of Hollow Bastion is. We're here. I honestly don't know what this one will look like. Oh, you're in for quite a treat. But enough blabbering. Let's disembark.